Could be, you know, but the EG, they ran something similar with the Razor draft where they like didn't really have the super late game, because right now they're playing against 2 Agi cores and both of their cores are intelligent, so they need to have a good advantage, you know, coming up after the laning stage, 10-15 minutes in, they need to have an advantage. Leshrac is a good pick, you know, to deal with the Naga Siren. OD, you got anything to add, anything smart?
No, I mean, I'm just sort of blown away by how greedy IG's gone. I mean, Morphling and Naga, I've got to be honest, I'll be completely surprised if EG aren't able to punish this. I think EG's going to be able to run them over. I just don't see this level of greed, you know, teams getting away with it in the grand finals of the major.
You are looking good coming!
Thank you very much. But yeah, Lacoste, I mean, obviously a lot of greed with the final 2 cores of IG. They do have that phenomenal setup and team fight around it.
Yeah, I remember the old cheats, you know, greed is good. You know, sometimes I think in this game, it could be punished. Like, EG, they have a really good, they have a fast lineup, they have a maneuverable lineup with the Storm Spirit Beastmaster. I want to see if Arteezy once again gets like an earlier pot so that he can be moving around the map, something that he did on Razor, just to put some more pressure, like you're going to bring that one extra hero.
Yeah, and you like the way that EG ended up, you know, going for the Arteezy Lesh when you can pull. This was pretty much
a lot of the carries were banned out, like those Radiance type of carries. Also, like you had a really good point, you know, maybe it would be a good lifestealer game because they had really nothing, but then they picked Morphling and they're like, maybe they did not want to go for it, so they decided to go for Leshrac, something that deals well with the illusions. Right now, Leshrac just a jungling. That's just jungle Lesh.
He's checking out the lanes, making sure that they get the matchups that they want. Us Arteezy will continue to head down bottom.
Something that they've done before, multiple times already throughout this major. Just leave Ice on the safe lane, especially when they were playing Alchemist with the Acid Spray. And the Tusk, this time around, they don't have that strong of a tri-lane, but it's still super strong. I remember historically, you know, Disruptor, he was not considered. Like every single time, like the tri-lanes were a thing, everyone was playing it. You see a Disruptor, you want an aggressive tri-lane, because what he brings is pretty much just Thunderstrike.
Top lane with setup now, Ice. Deal with Fly and Kaka putting the pressure on. Got to find some DPS underneath the tower. It's a mid lane matchup. Definitely eyes on how well Emo is going to be able to do against Arbet. How much he's going to be able to get up lane, bottom lane. Ollie. Oh, going to be just slightly off the mark with the stun, but it doesn't matter. G will be the ones to claim first up with the tri-lane.
Right now, they're thinking, do we help Kaka on the top lane? Made the big pull, will deny some of the creeps, will get level 2 by that. The way EG is playing, like they're sacrificing Ice's Ice Farm, he's one of the craziest players out there. You know, he will eventually do something that might sound or look stupid, and like EG will get the advantage from it. Like remember the Pango leader, when he was playing Pango, just rolling inside the base, going near the tier 4 towers, and then you see like 1 or 2 people rotating, trying to punish that, which opens up more space for EG.
Mid lane Emo. And get up aggressive onto Arbed. Heroes just baiting each other. Arbed still with Fairy Fires to play with.
Using the healing salve, has a bottle coming up to him, so that's gonna be good. Emo, ooh, that arrow.
Careful. It's over from Crit, and we're seeing already in the mid matchup, Arbed is just having a phenomenal time against Emo in the 1v1, 11 for 6 against the 6 for 4. Arbed, sort of there's no rotation or any input from the rest of the members of IG around this mid lane. We're going to see Arbed get some very quick item timing.
He will be. Also, Mirana without Marcy doesn't seem that strong. She does not have anyone to guide the arrows. Arbed just playing very aggressive on a mid lane with 1-1-1 build. You know, it's a Morphling, very hard to kill, but Arbed so far doing a really good job. 15 CS, 8 denies. He has more denies than Morphling has CS. Very impressive.
Short lane, they do get the kill onto Ice. See if Crit can get the return kill onto Kaka. Kick charges. Crit running him down. Kaka could get away from this. He can't. It's into the threes. Crit won't be able to follow. turn up top. Of course, this is the lane where we do imagine EG are going to have the tougher time with the way it's been set up. We'll see how much crits around to make it a little safer for Ice.
When you have offlaner on the safe lane and he gets a bottle, like I want to see if they will be able to like contest the 5-minute bounty rune. If you don't get it, like there should be crit also pressuring the bottom lane 5 minutes in, just securing the bounties, especially since JT picked up that bottle, you know, so that they don't get any value from the bounties.
Trying to go for the rune, but for the quick waveform, Emo. In. Stop out there from getting the bottom, but still 21 and 11 against 8 for 4. Emo pretty much having no game at all so far in this laning stage, as Arbed has completely demolished him.
He still needs 50 gold to finish off his bottle. Level 4, Storm 5.25. Looks really good for Arbed.
Now bottom flight. You're right here with Arteezy by his side. JT and Ollie not going to dive anymore. CS at the moment down on the bottom lane. JT 24-1 against Arteezy 18-1. Easy try and turn, but as soon as the spells come out, JT's able to push him away. Not able to get too much damage done with the Edict. It's up top, Kaka. And
oh, the glimpse. He does not want him to refill the bottle.
Mine is truly a blessed life.
Shield, but JT's going to have another God's Rebuke in a couple of seconds. Fly. Oh, he's
got him. Now that was such nicely done by Oli, using Glimpse just to secure that Arteezy's not going to pick up the bounty, refill his bottle, and the spear. They get the rune. Meanwhile, Arteezy's getting some free CS on the bottom lane, uncontested.
Goes on up top. Ice. He's back to getting quite a bit out of this. Seeing, of course, still the edge for Fly at the moment. He's the top farmer on the board. Fly. No pressure onto the Naga Siren with the lane set up. Well.
Denied.
Line up. I mean, is it going to be up to EG to make any sort of rotation up towards the Naga Siren? I mean, when are we going to see EG start to group together and go? Is it? How early is that going to happen this game?
Once Beastmaster hits level 6 and gets book 1, they could potentially threaten a kill on Naga with just one hero rotating. Kaka will still be invis. Like mid laners, they like when there's a lot of action happening on the side lanes as well, where like people die and then they get their bottle refilled, especially if they're not controlling the runes, like if they're not using it 2 times. We've seen like both supports coming in, taking the runes instead of being it bottled. Emo playing a bit aggressive on the mid lane.
Yeah, they're really pushing the limits here, 2 of them. Ben and Emo really testing each other's capabilities. Themselves alive. We're going to see Arbed go for the reset. TV's back to base.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Does a boss, bounce rune still preserved for him. Be able to stay out on the map. Looks like about a 3 wave away from hitting the 6. Side JT. So just about to reach that level 6. And at that point, Arteezy's going to have to be very careful down here. This move from Arbed sort of knows that JT's about to... He knows that JT's going to look for an aggressive play. So he's going to be here ready and prepared to back Arteezy up.
He's having a really nice read what's happening. Arteezy.
JT in. Arbed. Zip in onto JT. He's going to pop the stick charges. Glimpse does separate Arbed for now, but Arbed's ready to come back in. Closes the gap. Gets the kill done, and now Arteezy's going to dive in on Ollie as well.
I think they might even get the courier.
Radiant's
that's such a big move. Like, they didn't get too much out of XP while all this was happening. Like, there was no one on the mid lane. Crit kind of connected, lost one full creep wave. He was pulling the top lane, but nice move from Arbed. You know, he's back to base. Refills his bottle, comes back to the bottom, secures 2 kills, a courier, and some damage on the tower.
Doesn't get much better than that from Arbed's early rotations. He'll make his way back over to the mid. Crit able to pick up some XP whilst this was happening. The 8-minute rune come into play. Emo and Ollie looking to protect it. Ollie's actually going to take the arrow. Here is Crit's able to find the connection. Arbed, does he want to commit for this? He does. Pulls in with the vortex. Will be able to get the kill. Emo's trying to find Arbed. In return, Arbed. He's out to the side. Now the regen being pumped. He's going to be able to get back in. If he wants to. It's Arteezy and Fly. They're running down Emo. Emo's away, and Arbed, he'll use the regen to get the farm. Doesn't want to zip in too aggressively whilst they don't have vision over there.
Sometimes stars just align. You know, he picked up that regen. He found jelly straight away. He still has that regen up and running. so wants to make a move on JT.
JT shows. Be a little spooky for him, JT.
Whoa, what I
Something
miss?
up. Arbed. Quite be able to find him. JT plays it safe. We'll also have Emo coming down here. Emo making his way over. See if the two of them can get some sort of a play going. JT does have the arena, but EG, they've got 3 here.
Radiant's bottom tower
Back
is
up
under
apply.
attack.
Arbed, an incredibly tricky hero to set up on.
IG has 2 farming cores, like Morphling can't make those aggressive moves. Both supports kind of need level to be able to rotate, so it's going to be a lot on JT's shoulders to make the moves. Arena is online, he's level 7, but so is Beastmaster. Necrobook 1 done, Roar available, like they can just set things up. But there's still no song, he didn't even save a point on Naga Siren, so very killable, but there is a rotation. JT plus Phoenix making a move.
Nice. Definitely the easier of the cores to take down right now. They'll drop the arena and there's no chance for Ice. Rotation onto the Beastmaster, same time around mid though. Arbed able to get the jump in onto Ollie.
This is going to be such a good timing on Orchid from Storm Spirit. Something that the Storm does not like to play.
Dire's top
Morphle
tower
does not
is
like to
under
play
attack.
into, where
Dire's structures
like that
are
Manta Stout
fortified.
is a very costly item, and they don't have like a real save. There is Song of the Siren, but
Radiant's
most of the time
bottom
Naga
tower
and
is under
Morphling will
attack.
not be in the same spot on the map.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Unseen.
Focus around the mid lane. Ice.
Radiant's
With the
bottom
Roar,
tower
if anyone
has
steps
fallen.
up too far, space is made for
Dire's
EG to
top
take
tower
the bottom
is
tier
under
1 tower. Arteezy, of course, now with the maxed out Diabolic Edicts. Take these objectives very fast. Head up top, Fly being left alone. Tier 1 taken in return. Crit sitting up here, scouting out some action with the Invis. Not going
Dire's
to initiate or
top
anything
tower
though, as
has
he
fallen.
is purely on his own. Lane, Arbed, Ice, and Fly trying to set up from the side. Ice, wants to try and go for the Roar opportunity. It's about it there, but Emo is able to zip out with the waveform and stop Ollie right behind. Tricky of a move to be made. Top Crit continuing to get more information. Remainder of that Invis room will now come to a finish, and Arbed speed up here, maybe to see if they could start something off. It's hard. Fly around, and as you said, they don't know if he's got the song or not, so they are going to respect the Naga Siren.
Smoke from IG. Disruptor's still level 5. Phoenix is 6. They might, I think they have enough damage. If they go with Arena, once again, Ice. Careful.
Radiant
Let's
are
see
scanned.
what Team's raid is. Radiant using the scan. They know someone is in triangle. Yeah, Ice, he looks pretty dead. So probably expecting the same thing to happen here. Ice. Already dead. He looks pretty dead.
Throw out the Roar there as well. He able to achieve anything with it, or maybe he will actually, because Ollie set up very low. Crit and Arteezy able to come in and get Ollie in return. Be able to chase for more though. Darker and JT a bit speedy with targets. They're out there.
I talked about the itemization on
Radiant
Arteezy, like the earlier
structures
boots
are
of travel.
fortified.
You can kind of see the patterns in what EG is doing, pretty much the similar style of playing. Picks up the boots of travel when he was playing the Razor. Like, he needs to be
Radiant's
greeted
middle
this time
tower
around
is under
because he
attack.
is the core. Like, he needs to be able to scale. Morana ulti. JT, no dust.
Oh! Spears in there. Arteezy not going to latch on for anything as he goes straight through the trees. Mid, Arbed, very close. We'll see Emo responding to that build. He's going to be getting the duels first.
Dire's
Okay,
top
'cause-
tower is under attack.
Like, it's a cheaper way of dispelling thing. They have no save whatsoever, so he needs to be able to remove those silences. I've seen it a couple of times. It can work.
Interesting direction, but definitely a necessary one. In the jungle, Crit trying to get in on this. He's going to leap straight in the middle of them and leap into his death. Obviously, no real chance of getting away with the 3 points on Glimpse. Ollie would always be able to bring him back, so Crit just had to get in and do as much damage as he could before he goes down.
Dire are scanning.
Beastmaster, he's really struggling this time. He got caught 3 times. Start of his early game wasn't really good because he was playing into dual lane against the Beastmaster.
Go for JT, but JT did get the arena down. Once over from Arteezy, the arena wall still holding back EG. Not able to set up anything off the back of that Roar attempt. Likewise for
Dire's
JT, his
middle
ult
tower
also on
is under
cooldown.
attack.
He has enough money to buy a Blink Dagger, to just go to base, pick up that Blink Dagger. No arena, but he can always make those spear plays into the towers, into buildings or cliffs. Storm
Radiant's bottom
just
tower
finish off
is
the
under
Orchid.
attack.
13 minutes in. Does anyone have a smoke? There is one smoke on crit, but oh, Evo. Like, he's super close. Like, he just needs one guess to be able to actually get that Gold Scepter, and then he will have a way of dispelling this.
Radiant's
silence.
bottom tower
Storm.
is under attack.
Definitely needs to keep the pressure. At the moment in time, IG with the greedy lineup with a Morphling and a Naga Siren.
Radiant's
They are
bottom
2,000,
tower has
3,000
fallen.
gold ahead.
They feel, you know, much safer going into the late game. Their team fight is much stronger. EG, they are the ones who need making stuff on the map with the Orchid on a Storm Spirit. Like, they should try to look for a pick-off. But IG seems like they're having a really good read what's going on. Just going together, also smoking up. Arteezy just showed on top.
Really close in on him on time. They're going straight towards him. Over in the mid lane, jump being made onto Remo first though by EG. They'll take down the Morph. Arteezy in trouble. The Spear actually missing. Look at the stats still. Time being bought for the rest of EG to TP over. Arteezy will still go down. Fly unable to help him from the high ground. Back onto Arbet. Arbet will be taken straight back to the mid.
Fly use a Photic Shield on himself. I don't think it would matter. I believe he was already dead. But nice rotation. They still lose one. IG should be careful when the rest of the team is using a smoke like that. You need to be very careful, like what you're doing with the hero, especially as a Morphling. We said that ISSI is kind of struggling this time around. Has a Brook 15 minutes in, but he also has a Brook.
Trying to get the grab onto my side. Still going to lay down the Roar. The arrow follow-up. Crit jumps in with the burst. They got enough. They do. JT taken down.
And now they can start putting pressure on this tower. This tower's active. They have 4 points in Eden, but Arteezy, like, he needs to be a bit more careful. Yes, you have a battle behind yourself. You're still very good. The only item you have is much as Kaya, so you don't have that much HP.
Radiant structures are
For a
fortified.
chance to get in on this.
Dire's top tower is
Risk
under
it.
attack.
The high ground of IG's triangle. Back on track, taking towers. Still yet to slow down the farm really of Fly. 9k net
Radiant's
worth
middle
coming in.
tower is under attack.
Fly has been having an amazing
Dire's
time
top
most of the
tower
time on
is
the
under
top lane, has that Manta style which will increase his farming capabilities, going into Scotty next, just wants to be able to tank up. He understands most of the damage comes from the Leshrac. Song,
Dire's
Song
top
set up
tower
Ollie
is
has
under
got
attack.
Static Storm. They could look to drop everything on Arteezy and they will. Static Storm, Supernova's out. Flying Arteezy on the trying to put down the egg. Supernova successful. Arteezy goes down. Fly by himself a bit of time with the borrowed time. Chase him down and bring him back if they can. Ollie with the glimpse. Gets Fly back in the reaches of JT and Kaka as Fly will slowly be burned down.
yeah, that was such a clutch Yule
Radiant's
Scepter
middle
coming out
tower
from the
is under
Morphling there.
attack.
Yes, you heard that correctly. Yule Scepter from the Morphling, who wanted to have something to dispel silence coming out
Dire's
from the
top
storm,
tower is
and he
under
uses
attack.
it just so that he
Radiant's
secures
middle
X,
tower is under
manages
attack.
to get off in a team fight. Philosopher Stone found by EG. Every single time I see that item, I'm like, yeah, this is good, you know, because your position 4, your position 5 will always want to hold that item.
Playing Arteezy. Zero line at the moment. He's going to try and open up on Emo here. Moves in with the stun. He's going to be able to find him. Emo was not ready for that one bit. Arteezy strikes from the shadows and gets solo kill onto the Morph. Meanwhile, over in the triangle, Arbet leading in with the backup of Ice. They drop the Roar down onto JT. JT will fall. Firefly trying to go for Arbet, but Arbet still with mana to play with as he's out.
Now you can see the damage coming out from the
Radiant's
Naga
top
Siren.
tower
Good
is
2
under
pickoffs,
attack.
especially the one from Arteezy, pretty much a solo kill. Now he starts to put some pressure on the top tower, eating such a powerful ability against the towers.
Buildings, this is fast as they need to be ready.
Radiant's
Coming
top
up to
tower
18
has
minutes
fallen.
in. They've already taken 4 towers away. I'll say themselves, they've
Radiant's
only
top
lost the
tower is
one
under
tier 1
attack.
top. Right, testing Arteezy here with his aggressive positioning. Emo. Try and lead in onto Fly. Get the glimpse back onto Crit. Static Storm drops as well. Fly trying to do his best to keep clear alive from outside of the storm. A Crit will still fall. Emo moving in onto Arteezy.
Arteezy out of
Good
mana.
setup. JT still thumping Arena down. Moving down onto Arteezy, but he's under a fire because Arbet. It was the side combo from JT. Ahmed, the savior, coming in to turn it around. And Fly, he'll also fall. As EG, they're able to take down 4 of IG. They're going to go straight for the pin.
Yeah, try to get that Aegis. Arteezy was running low on mana, manages to get the Arcane Ring, just a bit more damage. And you said it, Abed just stops the combo. He understands where the most of the damage is going to come from. They have
Radiant
Fly on a pad and
scanning.
keeping them alive. Arrow inside the pit.
Eyes closed.
Can connect. They can't respond to this. They did not have Naga Siren for 20 seconds. Song will be available. But this is exactly how they need to play. Like, they need to be aggressive. They need to make stuff happen right now. Get some advantage with their lineup.
IG definitely going to be a little shaken up after that last move.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
10k lead at the moment for EG. In a very close position here between these two teams where EG are getting these objectives, but it's not like IG's cores are falling behind in farm. Both Emo, especially Fly, getting a lot out of the game right now. Already halfway pretty much towards the Skadi. Fly. See that fight, that turnaround again, as it really did look like it absolutely could have gone IG's way. If JT was able to get in and get that combo down onto Arteezy, taking the Lesh out, this would have looked a whole lot different.
Arrow.
Do have the ults up IG. IG could look to set something up. It's a lot harder now that there is that Aegis on Arteezy. He got it Emo. Boys, he's got to be careful, Emo. JT. Arteezy's also got to be careful. JT's able to get in, spear Arteezy underwater the tree. That's getting done, but now Ahmed, he's in the backline. Could put them around. See Emo disabling Arteezy nice for now with the yours. Ahmed doing it off the side. Siren is going to be successful to start. Catching the three of them. Arteezy final. Ahmed can chuck it overwards on him. Brings down the disruptor.
Dire's
Bomb
top
set up
tower is
from
under
Fly
attack.
being used here to actually allow IG
Radiant's
to
middle
back
tower
away.
is under attack.
Oh man, this was such a big move. Like, he caught Morphling, but there was no real follow-up. They just needed one extra stun, either an arrow or Storm Spirit jumping in. Then Storm jumps on the Phoenix, who manages to get the Supernova off. And once again, those Yule Scepters just keeping them in the air so the egg can't go off. Like a bit of a throw there. Arteezy, like, he lost the Bloodstone charges as well. On top of that, he thought he was tanky, but the team was not there.
Stupid!
No, not at all. Just a little too far forward away from the rest of the squad, and not the usage out of the Aegis that EG kind of need to get when they're running a lineup like this. These sort of deaths and slowdowns in the process that they're going for with their draft, it's gonna hurt.
I was kind of like a shocked Pikachu face, or what's going on? Where's the rest of the team? And this will slow them down. Like, still, Morphling doesn't deal that much damage. You didn't get the Manta style, so you don't get the stats. Yule Scepter is a cheaper way of dispelling things. Now going into E-Blade, so that's gonna help out quite a lot with the damage. But still needs some more time. He's not a real carry in this game. He's not a Siren.
Follow in with the Roar and the arrow. Everything that's being laid down onto Emo with the stun. They've got it. Not enough strength being built up as Emo will fall. Ollie will as well. As EG make moves here with the 4 of them. Arteezy will also come over to start bringing in this top lane. Start pressuring the tier 2s again. EG just continue to make these moves. Enable Abed. Abed very close to the BKB. Just a recipe away.
Double damage!
Still having a flawless game. 6-0-5 on the Storm Spirit.
Abed, this time around, like, he does not want to go for any greedy items. He needs that BKB. He wants to be able to jump the backlines, does not care about Sog. They have literally no abilities that go through Magic Community other than Supernova. But Abed's job is going to be, like, I'll try to go get a jump on Phoenix. It's not going to be that easy because Phoenix has Yules right now, so they need some follow-up.
Progress-wise for IG Fly, Skadi is going to be done for the next fight. This Naga Siren is going to be huge. EG, they're going to have to be really prepared to deal with and keep that distance from Fly. If they get any sort of lockdown onto the cores, Fly will tear them apart.
Fly also looking for a color coordinated build. Like, everything is kind of greenish, bluish. I really like that. Like, even the neutral item is also greenish.
What about the back? Looks good.
Yeah, after seeing Arteezy, bringing out the fashion, it's like, maybe I can't do it in real life, but I'll do it in game. It matters more.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Talking about fashion on Naga Siren, here's one for you, look across. What did Naga Siren wear to the maths test?
Radiant's
I don't
bottom
know.
tower
An
is under
algae rock.
attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
All right.
Radiant structures are
So,
fortified.
Morphling, still put some pressure. He's not that easy to kill,
Dire's
but
top
if they
tower
try
is
to
under
surprise him one more time, there is always going to be this Sun Ray right now. Also, Phoenix going. Phoenix is
Dire's
getting a
top
ton of
tower
farm.
has fallen.
Yield Scepter, going for that health.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Gotta get
attack.
this tier 2 mid. Fly. Got the song set up. Oh, they're a little too close to each other. Ice and Crit. They're looking pretty tasty here. Ollie. He lays down the Storm combo. They're caught in it. They'll try and do their best to split, but the arena's down. Evo comes in, blows up Crit, takes down Ice.
Oh yeah, that was such a beautiful song on Mirana. First thing that comes to my mind is, praise the moon of May. They actually got Mirana there, and beautiful song.
Haste.
Nice setup. JT getting closer to the BKB. Like once he gets that, there's still like Edict, there's a Beastmaster Roar. I still feel they will need to they have a lot of problems right now in EG because they feel like they're under pressure. They need to be doing stuff. You're playing into two agi carry
Dire's
heroes.
middle
You
tower
have
is
like
under
your
attack.
Leshrac, your Storm, their intelligence. So IG's lineup is much better in the late game.
Aggressive moves going. Right. Kind of chilling there around the boundary spot. We'll be able to get the pickup on it. They don't really want to commit on him because they know there's backup coming in. The Darben sits straight over, looking towards the Mars. Mars will be healed up by the Sunray. Side Arteezy looking towards Flyfly. Arbed's in. He's a little low on mana, Arbed. They can continue to chase down Flyfly. They can't. Flyfly will be fine. JT comes in with the spear to push Fly back.
Fly just a bit too speedy. Fly has one fly, so it makes a lot of sense.
Fly equals.
Yeah, it's
Fly
like
equals
having
2x fly.
2 horsepower and the other guy has 1 horsepower. It's has double the
Radiant's
amount, so
middle
it's gonna
tower
be
is under attack.
more speedy, which makes a lot of sense.
Radiant's middle
Arrow does
tower
not
has
connect.
We have it. Right back onto Arteezy. Arteezy needs somebody needs to now. Going to put the Bloodstone heal. Because he's caught by Arbed. Arbed trying to push back JT. He's on mana. The Supernova comes out. EG, they've got to back off. Emo. To the left, have to make the damage over the side. They've got the raw. Arrow. That's a 5-second arrow. A beautiful hit there from Crit coming in from the side. Flyfly. He's got to turn. He's got to run. He gets the song off in time. Flyfly. He will live.
Oh,
but he has
that
to
was
run.
so unfortunate. Like, they just got BKB delivered on the Leshrac. If he had that, 2 seconds earlier, he would probably be able to chase down Naga Siren. All they needed was, maybe 2 hits from the Pulse Nova. But what an arrow from Crit. Crit just,
that was pretty much max arrow. Yeah. And, well. Ollie needs to change his underwear after that one. that was a little too
close
close.
one for sure. So next Roshan may respawn in 20 seconds. We'll see. It's going to be a longer respawn. If it's early respawn, EG should just try to go inside. They know that the song is on the cooldown. They also want to have that level 18 on Naga Siren. It's a big difference. 40-second difference between level 2 and level 3 ulti.
We'll check this fight again, as you say, just getting on Arteezy. Didn't quite have the BKB delivered yet, so struggle to really take that fight to its full potential.
And here comes Sniper. Look at this.
I mean, it was the combo as well. The raw from Ice actually pushing the Naga Siren into the arrow. So a real combo play there between the two of them.
Yeah, the real combo was actually overlapping stunts, and unfortunately, it was a sick arrow, but they needed a little bit more damage, like 200 damage. JT,
He's getting on here, already back in the action on the backline. Darben jumping over towards Kaka. Kaka's not able to dive out in time, and Emo's been on the front. Emo's down.
Radiant's top tower
EG
is
with
under
those 2
attack.
kills, they can look to continue to push on, take this tier 2 tower.
and Emo, he does not get the shit off. This is 3rd or 4th time already that he was not able to get it off. E-Blade is done, but the tier 2 tower
Radiant's
also
top
gone.
tower
Roshan,
has
long respawn time. It was full duration respawn, 3 minutes. Crit has also a Spirit Vessel, so that's going to help quite a lot against those heals, the overtime damage. EG 5k gold lead for now.
Likely to get a lot of value out of the Vessel this game. Of course, always good against the more. Shrew's got a way to dispel it, but as we're seeing most of the time, he has to use that to sort of silence if he gets jumped upon by Arbed. So there's always
It's also, you need to be careful about that Yule Scepter. It's a great setup for Mirana's arrow. They have 2 Yule Scepter. It's a good item. Kaka this time around just changing things a bit. If you wanted to get the Hex against the Storm Spirit, decides to go for the full pipe. He was extremely farmed. I think it's a correct choice. You know, playing into Leshrac, playing into Storm Spirit, there's going to be a ton of magical damage. You just want to be able to tank up yourself and your own team.
Go looking to wait around the Roshan timer. So he's up, Ice, he's headed in. He's found Ollie there with the army. Fly, trying to hold him back. The BKB down from Ice, he's going to turn over towards Fly, and then jump in. More down. Ahmed, Crit, Ice surrounding him. He's tanky, but he is not tanky enough there to withstand the damage here from 4 members of EG. The rest of IG just nowhere close enough to help out.
And Beastmaster this time around also has a BKB ready just to be able to go in. Like, they don't have abilities that go to match immunity. JT.
Arteezy found him here with the help of Fly. He's going to drop the arena, but there's no way for JT. So Ronnie's going to try and team people with a BKB up on Arteezy.
Yeah,
Straight to the wall, takes him down. That was a bit of an unnecessary loss there for IG after they'd already lost 2 out on the map.
JT stance was just TP, but this time around did not really work out.
No.
It was, you know, that most of the time that's not gonna work out. Damage coming out from Lash is just a bit too high. They're also controlling the outpost 3:30-minute mark.
Yeah, that hurts for sure now. So he's going to get some space. I mean, back in my day, JT was bringing Sexy back, and nowadays he doesn't even know how to get back.
Shadow.
He needs that BKB. He's also a bit like under level. Like he's level 14, 30 minutes in, while Beastmaster's almost level 20.
See Arteezy there having a bit of a giggle.
The prize is mine.
737 hit. Tome. I think Arteezy. I think he's taken all the tomes this Arteezy.
I see no difference. Like, I played for 15 years, you know, tomes were not that long in Dota, but every single time it happens, like someone just steals my tome.
Yeah, no, there is. And Arteezy's.
This was a flop game, you know, Arteezy's getting reported. This is an Overwatch game for sure.
If Arteezy was in my pub, I think he let him get the tome.
Let the fun begin!
Here we go, down mid. Ahmed. Look for leading on to Karja. Actually, and I'll be able to do something with this. They do it. Ahmed, because this is the BKB, gets straight in onto JT. JT in trouble. Try back on, but JT's down. Ahmed now to the high ground. He's looking to get the catch on the fly. The drop of the supernova on fly. Just gets taken out. There's no hope for him. The supernova will go on. JT's come back in with a buyback, but there's no fly for 50 seconds. Emo, Ahmed just running them down. Arteezy into the base on top of Emo. Emo's dead. No buyback on him. JT in trouble. It's going to be a buyback on command. They'll call it GG as EG will take game 1.
Man, this was their timing. Like, they grouped around, they got a couple of pick-offs, even without going for the second approach.